Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show podcast. So today's podcast is going to be of Love Island episode 8. So today in the early afternoon, I saw a news article on Twitter. Well, I think it was like a Twitter Moments or something like that. But basically said that Sherif had been kicked out the villa for whatever reason. So instantly I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, what did Sherif do? And they've kept it tight. Like, even at the end of this episode, they don't really say why he's left. He made a statement. So a spokesperson for Love Island, this is in an article by the way, said after breaking the villa rules, Sherif had conversations with the producers and it was mutually agreed that he would leave the Love Island villa. So that's just a fancy way of saying he's getting kicked off. And Sherif's statement says, in a case of poor judgment, I broke the villa rules and as a result agreed with the producers that it was best for me to leave the villa. So there's been speculation. Obviously, there was speculation. There was one, he got into a fight with Anton. There was speculation, I heard that he pooed in the pool. Well, defecated in the pool. I'm guessing that means poo. Pooed in the pool. And I saw one that he masturbated in the pool. And I heard one that he just got in a bad argument with the producers and they kicked him off, basically. So I don't know what it was. By his statement, sounds of things, I doubt it was anything of a Me Too nature or anything like that. But obviously they're keeping it tight-knit. They didn't really say what it was in the episode. Quite frankly, if it isn't like a Me Too type of thing, then I think it's ridiculous that he's being thrown out and Anton remains when he literally, I don't know if it's still up there, I haven't checked, but he literally bold-faced had a picture of him in blackface on his gym page, on his business gym page for everyone to see. So yeah, Sherif wasn't my favourite character at the beginning. I actually didn't like him at the beginning, but obviously I guess it was just him trying to make like a big lasting first impression. But he did start to grow on me. Obviously, I didn't think Anna and Sherif were going to last. But obviously, Anna now is just... I wanted, like... She was the best... I feel like he was the best person in there right now for Anna. And now I just fear for Anna. Like, I just feel like Anton's desperate ass is just going to be hounding her down. And I'm guessing it's a boy's pick next. So I feel like he's just going to force himself on Anna when I just want him to get in the bin. Yeah, moving on. Obviously, last episode, there was the new boy came in. It was looking like Yewande was going to get a man, but then here comes Molly May, and Trisha was up in arms, and everybody on Twitter did not like Molly May. And he at first was saying Yewande, but then by the end of the episode, he was looking like he was more interested in Molly May. And that's how it starts off. So obviously, of course, they had to have either Amy or Curtis put their 2 pence in. Again, I don't really know why Curtis or Amy are that invested in other people's relationship when they are a solid unit together. I never see Lucy and Joe make any commentary on other couples, so I don't know why Curtis or Amy think that they're so special and that their opinion holds so much weight that they have to express it all the time, or whether the producers think it's a good idea for them to express their opinion. I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting bored. And every time I see their face now, it's just kind of like, oh, it's them on the screen again. This whole thing of, oh, Molly's attracted to everyone. She's attracted to everyone. Honestly, it does seem... Obviously, I feel like it's just a petty thing at this point, because realistically, why can't Molly just be a new age bitch and literally just like anyone that she sees and not really have so many tick boxes as what she finds attractive? Like, why can't she just do that? Why can't she talk to more than 2 people? I don't get it. It's a game called Love Island. Like, we know what this game is. It's not find 2 people and leave it at that. So Danny, as I suspected, I don't think his connection with Yewande is that strong. Obviously, he tells Yewande that, she's looking like he has the best connection with her. But then he tells Anton that he wants to get to know Molly and doesn't really mention Yewande. So yeah, I just feel like he's not really into Yewande, and I feel like he's very aware of who the favourites in the house are, or he was very aware of what the public were thinking when he came into the house. Obviously, the public have been really wanting Yewande to get to... I've been really rooting for Yewande and wanting her to get with somebody. So obviously, if he comes in and he, feigns interest in Yewande, obviously that's going to get him brownie points with the public. But then as he gets in there, he's probably thinking, do I want to spend the rest of my weeks in the villa with somebody that I'm not 100% attracted to? Like, I'd rather be with somebody else that I'm more attracted to, hence Molly May. So I think he does like Molly May better than he likes Yewande. Like, he's saying he hasn't really talked to Molly May, but in the last episode, it looked like they were talking a lot. And if you're thinking, would they have the whole day together? So I'm pretty sure they were talking a lot, like as much as he was talking to Yewande. So I'm not... I find it fishy how he's making it out like he's hardly spoken to Molly, so he can't make his mind up yet. But then he's got a solid connection with Yewande. Like, how? And then he tells Yewande that he doesn't play any games. I've got my eyes on Danny Boy, but I'm not sure if that this will create any drama, or if it does, if it's the right drama that I'd like. I feel like Yewande's quite mature. I feel like she's a shade queen, but she's not an argumentative person. So I don't think the drama will be that big if it turns into something a bit more seedy. And Anton just reeks of desperation. When he was like, Molly fancies me too, so we're in a love triangle, we're kind of in a love square now. I don't know where he's getting this information from, because Molly talked to him, and it's like, I feel like she was just being nice to him, because he just reeks of desperation. Like, you don't want to get somebody down while they're already down. So Anton... you already know he can get in the bin, but the thing is, I know he's going to be there for at least for another week. I think he'll be in there. I guess Tommy's kind of feeling the heat, so at first he was kind of play it off like, it's what it is. Molly can go talk to other guys if she wants, but then he goes and tells Molly that he likes her and that he really wants to, be with her, or at least make a go at their coupling again. I don't know if Tommy actually does like her. I don't think Tommy actually likes anyone in the house. I don't know what his type of girl would be, who he would be attracted to, because, it's looking like blondes. But then again, I'm not even too sure now. I feel like Molly finds him physically attractive, but there's no sexual attraction there. Amber and Michael, they move on their relationship and they kiss. And I think it's cute. I think it's cute what they have. But again, I do think it's another convenience thing. But let me know what you think. But yeah, I do think it's another convenience thing. The Hideaway opens. It's the first time the Hideaway has been open this season. Of course, the house nominates Curtis and Amy to go in there. I don't think the producers would have allowed them to say another name. Yeah, it's quite cute. It's not as cringy and cheesy as they usually are. I thought it was quite cute. Curtis asks Amy for them to go exclusive and for her to be like his half girlfriend. And they keep it very PG-13 in the Hideaway. So we haven't had our first villa deflowering yet. So the producers put Joe and Lucy on a date. I feel like obviously they've been putting a lot of focus on Amy and Curtis, and I think some people, from what I've personally felt like, I'm not sure why they're not giving Lucy and Joe any airtime when they look like a pretty solid couple. And I feel like they're thinking, okay, maybe we're being a bit too obviously biased, let's put Lucy and Joe on a date. So they go on a date, it's cute. They seem like they're getting along really well, and they both also decide that they're going to be exclusively dating too. I guess the people in the villa are right. Like, we're not really sure what Molly wants. Like, she just changes her mind like every 10 minutes, but now she decides that she has a better connection with Tommy. So that leads me to believe that she didn't really like Danny. For me personally, Danny's pretty average looking. So I think maybe she was only pursuing Danny because she liked the attention that brought. Which there's nothing wrong with. I guess when you're bored, literally no social media, you're stuck in a house all day, it's probably nice to get some attention, see if you can get a day out of something. I guess we'll see in the next episode. Obviously, Sherif hasn't been in like the last couple episodes really that much anyway. And we didn't really see, there wasn't like an announcement to the house or anything like a text saying, Sherif has left. There was no kind of like Sherif saying goodbye to any one moment. So I don't know whether this is a good thing that they've just completely edited him out or whether it's a spiteful thing, like we're not going to give you any airtime. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what he's done now. I don't know if we're ever going to find out. But yeah, we don't really see any of Anna, like how she's feeling. We don't see anything of her in like in a confessional saying how she feels, which I thought was a bit suspect. I would have thought at least for continuity they would have done that. But I just feel like they're just trying to edit out that whole storyline. There's that snippet at the end. Amy and Curtis are now basically saying that they're concerned about Lucy and how she's always with Joe and how she's not hanging out with the girls anymore. Basically making a big drama out of nothing. In the past episodes that I've seen, Lucy's been hanging out with everybody. Maybe not Amy because she's too busy having her ass up everybody else's business. I've seen Joe hanging out with the boys. And then Amy in the confessional is like, oh, why did they announce that they were exclusive the same day that we were exclusive? What? This bitch is 26. She's acting like she's mum and dad, and then at the same time she's acting like a stupid child. Like, oh, why couldn't you wait till tomorrow? Like they're the fucking golden couple of the house. That's what I think that the producers have been giving them special treatment, because how can she feel this way really boldly like that? So yeah, I definitely feel that the producers have been giving Curtis and Amy special treatment, and that's gone to Amy's head. Like Joe and Lucy, yeah, they had their ups and downs in the beginning of the episode, but you can see they actually have chemistry and they've been pretty solid from the start. So I'm not sure why it's like, oh, why couldn't you wait till tomorrow? At this point, because obviously they're there. The producers love them. They're probably going to be there till the end. So I'm trying not to hate them. I'm trying not to despise them. But Amy makes it very difficult. Like this episode, I was like, okay, cool. Like it's not as intense, not as cringy as they really are. Maybe I can learn to like them as a couple. But after this stuff, I don't know. I feel like Amy more. Amy is a weirdo and she's dragging Curtis into the weirdo thing. I don't like this mum and dad things. Just because you look older than your age doesn't mean that you're automatically the mum of the house. That's just coming off very jealous to me and very spiteful. Like, obviously the show is just a small snippet of what goes on every day, but I feel like it's just Amy being jealous at this point. I feel like perhaps because obviously you've got to think that they're thinking about airtime too. So they're thinking, well, that means that they're going to show this on the show. So that means the show isn't going to be about us. And when you have little to do in the house, those feelings get heightened. And it's just like you feel like you have to say it in the house. I don't know what it is because everyone just says their business in the house. That's just how it's been every season. But yeah, I don't like Amy. I don't like her at all. I think she's a hypocrite and I think she's jealous. And I don't really care at this point. But I feel like her Amy and Curtis have solidified their spot in the final at this point because they do have a lot of support. But I don't know. I don't like them. No, I don't think I could ever like them as a couple. I feel like Amy's overbearing and she's annoying and she's bitchy and Curtis is becoming her bitch too. At the end of the episode, we see a little promo of 2 new girls coming in. Both of them have pretty much the same look. It's another kind of enhanced filler look coming from both of them. One of them has more prominent fillers than the other one, and I feel like they're both the accents I can hear, they're both from like the Midlands. I'm thinking Midlands area, York area. I'm not really that interested in the new girls coming in. I think maybe Anton could finally find a woman out of these two, but quite frankly, I don't think they're going to really stir up that much drama. But I guess we'll see. So on Twitter, everybody seems to be onto Danny. People are not buying Danny's behaviour and people think he's being a bit seedy. And I'm seeing like people straight up saying like that Danny is using Yewande. I think he is. But let me know what you guys think. Everybody on Twitter pretty much still doesn't like Molly May. On Twitter, I'm kind of seeing mixed responses to Joe and Lucy. I've seen a few where they say that they're really cute, some saying that they're forcing it, and some saying that they're boring, and some saying that they don't really like them together as a couple, which is interesting. I like them as a couple. On Twitter, I definitely think after the episode, people were not really liking the Amy and Curtis thing. I feel like it's been a slow burner of despisement. I feel like a lot of people in the beginning were not really sure if it was genuine or not, if it was quite forced, or whether they were trying to be like Danny and Jack, another Danny and Jack, because they were doing the mum and dad thing, the unsolicited advice thing. So I think after that whole Amy's run in the confessional, I feel like after that people are starting to wash their hands with Amy and Curtis. What I'd be interested to know is if you are still rooting for Amy and Curtis, if you think that they are endgame, and whether you still like them as a couple despite Amy's outburst. I'd be interested to know if there's still any Amy and Curtis stands out there, because I think they're very rare now. And again, everyone, of course, on Twitter is wondering what Sherif done. As I said, there's so many conspiracy theories flying around. I think eventually we'll find out, but it'll probably be something like 6 months later when nobody cares anymore. Yeah, also follow me on Twitter. I usually live tweet on the episodes. My handle is Shannon Fabuloso, so that's ShannonFabuloso. Feel free to tweet me your opinions as the show airs live. And yeah, that's the end of my podcast. Let me know what you thought of this episode. So yeah, that's the end of my podcast, and I guess I'll catch you at the next episode. Until next time, guys. Bye.